This is the CHRILLCAST. I am Chris.
And I'm Will.
And I'm Alex. Thank you for having me.
And if y'all didn't check out the interview we did on Wednesday with this lovely gentleman at the bottom here, go do that after this video. But we're definitely going to be delving into a topic we covered during the interview and rehashing it and kind of really discussing it specifically in this video.
Doing a deep dive.
Exactly. So what is today, Will?
It is a Friendly Friday.
Where we're all friends here. We're all friends. We're not going to be fighting or, face off or recommending the audience buy stuff. No, we're just going to have a friendly topic. So who do we have at the bottom here? We have Infinite Forges. Tell everybody, give a quick little elevator speech about your channel.
So primarily what I do is forge content. My mission is just to create the most immersive forge experiences and just experiences in general when it comes to custom creations in Halo.
And if you want to check out some maps that look similar to what the Infinite maps might look like, go check out his content for that too. This particular video in general is Hydro, and it's based on 2 screenshots he saw and some clues he got off of online. So go check out that video. It's called the first ever Halo Infinite multiplayer map remake, Forges in Halo 5. I know it's a mouthful, but look up Infinite Forges, you'll find him.
I need to get better at YouTube title.
So this is kind of oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good, man. But yeah, go on.
So this topic kind of came up during the interview, and we're an adaptive team here, so we're going to cover it right now. The Halo Infinite, the potential to have custom campaigns via Forge is super captivating to me. So what do you guys think about the idea of having custom campaigns in Halo Infinite via the Forge mode?
It's an amazing idea, and if it doesn't happen, I'm going to be super disappointed. And just layering on that, I think so. Not only having the custom campaigns, but also I think customizable cutscenes would be cool. I think that it would be awesome to have a custom games browser where you could search out other people's campaigns that they've created, and then also having like a rotating playlist, like what they do with their multiplayer maps now. It would be cool to have like, this is their featured mini campaign this week, and it's just like they pluck one from the community. I think that would be one, it would really engage the community, and two, like think about the longevity of that. You would have an infinite number of campaigns, and it would never end. It would be amazing.
I think so. A title that has actually done this is Far Cry. It's just the thing is Far Cry doesn't have an engine, or sorry, doesn't have a platform for custom games like Halo does. Mm-hmm. Right? Far Cry has an amazing editor, has everything going for it, but the thing is just the custom games just sucked. Like they totally dropped the ball. You can't even find games on there. You can't. It's the most reliable system. It's really just not fun. So basically, if Halo could take any type of insight from that game, where you could create little 5 to 10 minute missions, right? Just little, you could go up to 30 minutes if you want, right? Whatever. I don't see that as something that's far out. You could look up Far Cry 5 missions, right? And be able to see what I'm talking about. It's been done, right? And whether or not that's their focus or not, if they feel like maybe that detracts from the actual campaign, who knows, right? There might be a lot of logistical reasons as to why they can't do it, right? But Far Cry Arcade had so much potential, and it dropped the ball. But I believe that if there was something similar in Halo with as strong as a custom browser as it has, that would be the greatest missed opportunity if they do not have something within that realm, right? And that's just my personal opinion. I really hope that they dive into it somehow, because they have a new engine, right? I don't think the engine was specifically just built for campaign. I think it was built because now obviously they have different elements with physics on the cars, right? That we're talking about. You could blow up Warthogs, tires with grenades. There's so many different elements that have been added. I think that when it comes to Forge, something like this, what we're seeing on screen, is most definitely possible. I wouldn't doubt it. And I would be having no life. So
yeah, agreed.
It's a dangerous game, but it is what it is.
They definitely need, if they're gonna do that, right? They should have both like a curated 343 tab where 343 has somebody from their team curating what they believe to be the best campaigns from the community, but also a community voted tab where the community votes for their favorite custom campaigns. That way you get both worlds. You get the community and you get 343 both elevating content.
That's what they did in Halo 5. It was basically the feature tab and then the most liked.
Yeah. So they don't, as long as they can implement that in a way that makes sense, it's easy for everybody to navigate, then I think it could be very successful. The question is, how far do you go with custom campaigns? Do you allow custom video or custom cutscenes? Do you allow custom audio? Like, where does the line get drawn, right? And that's up to 343, but where would we like to see the line drawn?
So here's the thing. I can tell you one thing. If scripting comes back in any way, kind of like Halo 5, which obviously it's going to be improved, I would imagine, right? I don't think it would take a step back. It would not be hard if you had AI, right, to be able to tell them, even let's just break it down real simple. If you could have a camera that pops in after a certain checkpoint, right? The camera starts off. So let's say you walk into a base, right? And then it cuts to that camera angle, and you could tell the camera to basically go to the left, right, up, down, whatever. And it just focuses in on maybe 2 grunts and elite just sitting in a corner somewhere, right? Like waiting for you to come in and attack. Like just real basic. That is not hard to do. That could be considered a custom, cinematic. Where essentially it is in game, it's in real time, right? But you're just cutting to a camera. That is really basic. But the thing is, it's possible, and I wouldn't see why if 343 doesn't do that, if they improve the scripting and if they do have AI in any capacity, even if they don't have a custom cutscene editor thing, community's probably going to create it anyway.
Yeah. As long as we don't get the anti-cheat piracy DRM stuff that prevents people from using it and also playing online, then yeah, for sure. But 343 has never really been the whole, DRM or watchdog type of company. So hopefully they won't be.
Nah, but I do look forward to it, man. If that happens, it's going to be very exciting because then you can create series. As a YouTuber, as someone that's putting out content, it's endless possibility for that.
Then Hidden Xperia can finally have his flood back. Custom campaign style.
Pretty much.
I mean, you could take this to the extreme and create entire games from these custom campaigns.
That's why I wonder how far they're going to allow it to go. Like, where's the cutoff?
Well, that's the thing, too, man. It's because the thing is, as a developer, you want to give them tools, but you don't want to give them tools.
You don't want to give them the keys to the castle.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the balance that they have to walk, because obviously if you gave them everything, right? I mean, it would be kind of a chaos.
Can you imagine somebody puts Halo 3 in Halo Infinite?
Oh my God.
Builds an entire game in Halo Infinite.
That's wild. I just do personally, I believe that. So if we take the leaks as being true, right? Let's imagine it's like a BTB 2.0, right? They've already said that there's a bigger focus on vehicles. This is obviously not going the same way as Halo 5, where there is going to be an esports scene, but for the masses, there is going to be just a BTB massive, not battle royale, but the scale of just like a really large, playground for people to fight in. And I think that's why BTB is going to be more focused. And if that's the case, then I think the Forge is going to be based around larger maps, larger experiences. And for that reason, I think landscape editor. For that reason, I think a variety of things in that scope to fit more of what the vision is for Halo Infinite for the masses.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So one question that I didn't ask you during the interview that I almost should have asked you was, do you think there should be an easy mode? Regardless of the campaign question, do you think there should be an easy mode and an advanced mode for Forge?
I think that Forge should just be one thing, but I think that there should be a beginner mode to it, where essentially it's telling them, hey, because I don't know what goes into building two different types of forge, right? But what I would like to see is something where it's like you could jump into Forge and they say, hey, here's how you build a room, here's how you build a wall, here's how you build an environment. You know, like these types of things, I don't think would be too difficult to do, right? I don't know. I would say yes, but I don't know if there's going to be two versions of Forge. I think there's going to be one version that is going to be massively improved upon. So it's going to be like what we see here. You know, it's going to look more and more like Unreal Engine. I don't think it's going to go back to what Halo Reach looked like, you know, unfortunately. But that's just because I think that they know what the community can do. And it's essentially like having free devs on hire. You know, like I mean, that's like, hey, why would they give that resource out? You know, they would just want to double down on that. So I think that there will be a mode that is very insightful for people, but an easy mode, I don't see that.
Makes sense. Like maybe like a tutorial, set of tutorial prompts that helps newbies get into it.
Yeah, I think that it could be easier for people though. Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, the custom campaigns, do you think that they would implement a limit on the number of maps that could be contained within a custom campaign, or the number of levels or checkpoints, or some kind of a limiting factor that would prevent people from building, you know, full-blown games within the Halo Infinite map?
Yeah, no, there's going to be a limit, of course. I mean, there has to be. It's not like an Unreal Engine. It's not anything like that. But once again, I'm gonna temper my expectations there. I just think that I think you'll be able to create, let's just say like one big mission, right? Maybe it's about 15 minutes long or something like that. And you could run through a bunch of different experiences, but having a back to back to back to back to back, I don't know how that even works with the servers. I think that having one map then jumping into another one, right? Like having them in a sequence. I don't know how that works on the back end. I don't know how much effort that really takes. But the thing is, you know, like who knows? It could be crazy. But I think what it's going to be like is you create one mission, right? Then you could back out, and if you want to do multiple ones, then you back out, and then you do the next mission.
So it wouldn't be seamless, but somebody with a YouTube channel could easily cut the out of sequence parts out of it to make it like a real campaign.
But I think if you're a player, you just basically back out to the main menu screen and then you load up another map, you know?
Maybe they implement something like Bungie had, where they have the servers and you can host up to like 6 for free. And then if you want more, then you got to have either Game Pass or some Halo monthly payment thing.
Dude, who knows? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. Where I personally think that Forge is going to be a big feature. You know, I know the main thing they're going to capitalize on is multiplayer, right?
For sure.
But the thing is, Forge is the thing that creates longevity. It would be foolish if you did not capitalize on that, you know? So I think it's going to be a big feature, and I think they know that a lot of people are going to be interested in trying to create their own stuff, and that's why the tools are going to be there. And I think tools are going to be there in a way that may be intimidating to many people, but will be absolutely fun to play in. So
makes sense to me. You got anything else to say on this, Will?
Nope.
Will is basically like custom campaigns. Yes.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So this is the Friday segment, so I'm gonna thank you for your all the segments you did with us this week. Appreciate your time, and yeah, anybody who has not already subscribed to Infinite Forges, go to youtube.com, search for Infinite Forges, and subscribe to this channel for more content like what you're seeing on the screen here. And it'll be worth your time, so definitely go do that.
Thank you guys
for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do it again.
As always, I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
I'm Alex.
And we will see you
next CHRILLCAST. Bye, guys.